everybody. It's Sam Jacobs. You're listening to Friday Fundamentals, which is the latest edition of the Sales Hacker podcast. I'm your host. Did I say this already? Sam Jacobs. I'm the CRO at Behavox. Behavox is the world's first behavioral operating system, backed by Citi and Index Ventures, and we are growing quickly. And I'm also the founder of the Revenue Collective. Today on Friday Fundamentals, we're going to talk about what to do when somebody says, send me more information. And perhaps more generally, what should your philosophy be around sales and around being a free consultant or giving free consulting? Now, before we get started, we always want to thank our sponsors. Our sponsor for Friday Fundamentals is Outreach. Outreach triples the productivity of sales teams and empowers them to drive predictable and measurable revenue growth. By prioritizing the right activities and scaling customer engagement with intelligent automation, Outreach makes customer-facing teams more effective and improves visibility into what really drives results. Hop over to outreach.io/saleshacker to see how thousands of customers, including Cloudera, Glassdoor, Pandora, Zillow, all rely on Outreach to deliver higher revenue per sales rep. So what I was mentioning before, we're talking about when somebody says, send me more information. This could probably be a 2-minute episode, and I'm not sure how you'd feel about that if you took the time to download this and it was only 2 minutes. So you can send me a hate mail if you want. But here's the point: don't send people more information when they say send me more information. I think there's this perspective among certain salespeople that your job is to make people like you, and that you're supposed to be accommodating, because if you're not accommodating, that means that they won't like you, and if they don't like you, they're not going to buy from you. Now, we call that a self-limiting record. It's basically an assumption or a belief that you have that limits your performance. And if you listened in episode 1, we talked about commitment. Part of commitment is working through your personal insecurities and all of these fears that you have in life to be an effective salesperson. The role of sales is not to get people to like you. I would say it's closer to getting people to respect you, but really it's neither of those things. What it really is it is about aligning a vision of the world with your prospect so that they believe that your mutual vision has a problem that can be solved by the product that you represent. Now, other people, including I'm sure Jake Dunlap out there, might quibble, and he'll do a LinkedIn video all about how that's the wrong definition. But here's the point of today's episode. You don't have to do everything that your prospect asks you to do. And when they say send me more information, what they're really trying to do is politely brush you off. And it is an opportunity for you to just maintain and stay in the moment. And when they say send me more information, instead of saying yes, sure, instead of, for example, even offering more information, here's what you should do. You should say, I'd love to send you more information, but we're on the phone right now. What information would you find most valuable? What I really want to do is have a conversation about those points and see if we can talk about them, because everybody's time is valuable. Everybody's busy. We're on the phone right now. Let's chat about it. So again, what you're doing is you're providing a balanced objection handling mechanism back to the prospect, and you're, instead of just doing what they ask you to do, you're trying to uncover what are the real objections. Because most of the time, the reason that people are blowing you off, whether it's they go dark or they're unresponsive, or they say send me more information, they didn't understand why or how what you are talking about aligns with what they're doing every day, why it solves a problem that they have. So when somebody says, send me more information, that is a signal not to send them more information. It is a signal that there's more to do. There's more to do in discovery. There's more questions that need answering, and there's more opportunity. So what I would encourage you to try and do is stay in the moment. Stay in that moment, even though it's so hard. And your instinct is just hang up the phone and say, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. What you want to do is say, what information would be helpful? Let's make sure we're on the phone right now. Is there something that I can address, or are there specific issues that I can walk you through? And again, anytime somebody's blowing you off, it's likely because they didn't understand. They weren't listening. You didn't pierce that veil of sort of that zone, that cone of nothingness that everybody wears around their head every day, where they're not hearing you, they're not listening, you didn't breach it. So find a way to breach that cone, breach that veil, so that you can get into their heads and actually talk to them about what's important to them. So if you listen or remember nothing else from this interaction, remember that when somebody says, send me more information, please don't do that. And please take a moment to provide a gentle pushback to figure out what is it that they don't understand about what you just described. So this has been Friday Fundamentals. It's brought to you by Outreach. I'm your host, Sam Jacobs. If you've got feedback for us or you want a specific fundamental issue addressed, please let me know. You can reach me on LinkedIn, linkedin.com/Sam F. Jacobs. I am not very discriminating when it comes to accepting friend requests. So there's a high likelihood that you will be accepted, and send me a note and I will get back to you. And please keep listening. Future episodes will hopefully have a bunch of guests and friends, and we're going to try and keep it a little light for Friday. So thanks for listening. This has been Friday Fundamentals. Have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you soon.